It's like now opening my download. Failed. Why failed? So that's basically, you will find these in here. In week 7. This is week 8. This is 7. You can just download this one.
Okay.
I have downloaded this already. So just I'm gonna grab this, and we're going to convert this into a object-oriented class, and you'll see how it saves time, how you can even automate more to do smart things with classes. Just 1 second. Yeah, Kasha is fine. You spotted them. Yeah.
All right. Good.
Spotted
Thank you.
all of them. The one we discussed. So it's
Okay.
perfect.
Good. Thank you.
So let me just quickly just look. PHP application. PPT. Before I forget, let me just take a copy of this to my folder. So go ahead and download this. We're going to do it together. Okay. Proposal. No, not this one. Kasha, I think Kasha, you don't write KH, right? You say KS. Kasha.
In my name?
Yeah, I just write KASA.
Yeah, there is a
That's
I, K-A-S-I-A.
KAI, right?
No,
K-A-S-I.
K-A-S-I.
That's lovely. Okay, so this is it. Guys, so far I have got Paula, Julius, Kasha. If I have missed anybody, do let me know. Let me just check. If I missed anybody. Diana, you have sent me, didn't you?
No, I didn't, and was so lazy. I'm so sorry.
Very honest. I'm so lazy. I want to be honest than that. That's fine. Don't worry. Just we download this. Who else missing?
I haven't sent it yet. Actually, I'm really very busy.
Of course.
Until I think this Friday. Okay, so hopefully Friday evening I will send it to you.
No problem at all. Diana, Mazdul, Hawk, you sent me one, didn't you? If I'm not missing yours.
Yeah, I think so.
You did send me one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Let me just check.
In very short.
That's fine. Yes. It's downloaded. Just in case I don't lose them. So these are the people so far I have received. If you haven't, please send me something so I can keep in my record. Okay, so do download this. Okay, I have downloaded this. Let me just go to this login registration. I'm gonna grab this. Take it to my level 3. level 3, I have something there. To where I classes, classes. Folder. P. Oops, sorry. Just gonna create a separate folder for it. PHP. Paste it here. Okay, so I would have this. I don't need this anymore. I'll have this, what I'm going to make something out of it. So you can follow with me if you haven't. I'm just going to quickly run this into localhost tutorial, see how it is the current state of it. I already have a database for it, so I'm just going to quickly rename it a little bit so I have a different thing. Let me see how it is look like first. Where we can start first of all is if you download it, you just go ahead and download with me. We can do step by step together. Okay. Let me see how it is. I have a script called login register file. So that's the database you need to install, which I think I have already. I'm gonna fire this up. When you fire this, there is no index file. It's gonna be like this. I just copied a few things: sign in, sign out, sign up, header, footer, data model, config from our basic loop to create a separate login. Of course, it's not mandatory. You don't have to do object oriented, but please do learn it. It's quite helpful. We need to look at a database that I have created for it. I have this login register somewhere. Yeah, that's the one. I have currently two of them, product and user. Product, I just kept it there, so we can use this as a separate application, maybe, just to do. Oh, this is someone, not mine. Okay, leave it. I have user table as normal. I'm just gonna get rid of this guy. User table, I have one, and operation. Just gonna remove it to 1. So it's okay. All right. Okay, so it's not a problem. So these are the structure at the moment, the same one that you saw earlier. So that's one thing. And if I just, of course, sign up will be my first page, so I can register. Let's have a look how it looks like. That's the same thing, no difference. So please do fire it. We're going to convert. We're going to create a class. We're going to create a class called register. And this way of manipulating a front end and back end using object oriented is a bit of a part of the ORM, object relational mapping, a concept. So I want to show you a little bit about the class thing. So I'm going to say UML class diagram. This diagram will help you to understand the class very well. When you write a class, these are actually diagrams that actually are coding. These are actually coding because they follow. Let me see which one is much easier to understand. That's nice. Not public, did not see. To make it even clearer, let's see if it's much clearer. See, I'm looking for very easy. Yeah, static underline, okay. Yeah, maybe I can use this, maybe this. This one doesn't have the details of the functions. Okay, so they all pay. Let's see if anyone else does it. You just need one particular example that makes it easier for us to understand. Class name, relationship, saving account, company, edit, class diagram. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, this could be similar to a bit of our basic loop environment.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna stick into this for now. So ignore all of this. Ignore this kind of things. Ignore, just focus on order table. If you look at the order table here, when you design a class, usually it goes like this. A box goes like this. In the box, you write on the top the class name, and the first section goes the properties. As you can see, there are two properties here. One is date, one is status. They both, the type, one is date type, followed by the colon. One is string type. The status probably tells the status of the order, whether it's processing, whether it's pending, whether it's refunded, whether cancelled, whether it's whether it's processed or complete. So you can have a status in the order table. This will map with your column names. And a minus sign means they are private. If there is a plus sign, it's public. For example, these all functions, they are all public. If putting a plus sign will make them public, putting a minus sign will make them private. Putting a hash sign, which is shown here, I believe, in one of them here, yeah. Putting a hash sign will make them protected. These are few syntax you just have to remember. 3 attributes on this one, particularly attribute 1, attribute 2, attribute 3. This one, integer type attributes. This is float, this is circle, and this is a hash sign denotes. So this is a protected variable. We haven't talked about protected, maybe some class later. But we have talked a little bit about private and public access specifier. They are very important. They are like a level of access that you give it to your property. So we try to keep our property private and the functions public. And we use functions to access the property, not directly from outside. So you can have function as well. So for example, this function takes 2 parameters, integer type, it returns string. So when it returns something. This one returns float. This one returns something called pointer, which is not available in pointer system, which is usually available in C languages, C++ languages. Pointer is discouraged in Java, a later object-oriented programming. Pointer is there, but it's discouraged. There was earlier days when you have to save spaces with the lack of memory and what expensive memories are. So a lot of pointer has been used, but now we have plenty of the memories. We don't use about pointer anymore. So that's one thing. So this is a very basic of the class when you design a class. If you look at our class here, it's similar. So this is contains some functions here: calculate subtotal, calculate text, calculate total weight. Can I ask you what kind of functions are they? Private, public, or protected? Can you tell me?
Which ones? Underneath?
This one, yeah. These are all functions.
They are public, yeah?
They are public. How do you tell?
Because they have plus.
Plus sign, yeah. So plus sign is a syntactical reason. If you don't put plus sign, it will not compile them as, when you use reverse engineering tools, it will not compile as your private. It will not create the template for you. This class definition only tells you the name. It doesn't tell you what this function will do. It doesn't have any body. What if I compile this? It will produce a template classes for me. Order classes with these attributes, setter get method, constructor method. It will create automatically all these functions for me. But obviously, each of the function, then I have to implement my own idea because it doesn't have their details. In the class diagram, it will not have details. Now, here is something very interesting. A order table, usually, try to understand this, may contain multiple items in it. So let's say one single item, one single order called O002, for example. That's the order ID. May contain 3 items: CD, compute, monitors, and maybe a pen drive. So that goes in order details table. We call order line. It's the same thing. Some people call it order details. Some people call it order line. I called it order line because I've seen some people call it order line. So what in that particular order? So because one order may contain more than one item in it, a order can only contain one item. You enter the shop and you just bought a packet of CD. So that's one order, one item. Right, but you may have more than one item. So that is the situation. The relationship between order and order detail is one. One order must be attached with all the order line. So if I have 3 items for order O001, then for order O002, I may have 2 items. So total 5 items in my order details belongs to 2 separate orders. Now, you cannot have any item on the order line table which doesn't belongs to an order. You cannot. It's mandatory. Each order detail must have at least one order ID attached to it. Does it make any sense? So let's do it quick. This relationship is very important. Whether you do, this is similar to your database relationship. It's similar to your that you did. Not that you will be using a lot, but it's a good idea to have it. So let's quickly create a table called order table. Okay, order table, and put a few things in it. Insert tables. How much I need? Order ID, name, quantity, product, or something. So order ID that I have, and I have maybe what could I have? What could I have? What could I have, guys? Date, maybe total.
Status.
Status, yes, that's correct. Status, okay, I just don't need this one, I think. How do I delete it? Yeah. So that's, so I'm going to insert at least 2 row below, insert row below. So I'm going to quickly create 2 orders. This is O 001 order. Okay. O means this is O 001. This is order 002. So I have 2 orders. Date is whatever it is. Today is the 12/07/2022. I have same order, same date, 2 orders. Total is maybe £300. Total usually you can calculate, but this one is only £200. Status complete. Pending. Something like this. And then I have an order line table. Order line or order details, you could call it either way. Tables, and then I will have something similar to these guys. Order ID, that's the ID, that's the order ID, that's the product ID, that's the quantity. That's it for now. So I will have an auto ID or OL ID, order line ID. This is just 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I will have a product ID maybe. Then I'll have a quantity. Quantity. Then do I need anything else? I was thinking, oh yeah, of course, the main important thing I forgot. So I'm gonna move it here. I'm gonna go that ID. Move this here. And I'm gonna put order ID. I should have done that. Order ID. So I'm gonna bring this as a foreign key to this guy. So this is a foreign key. A foreign key. This is a primary key for us. Just to give you an idea why this is important. Order line is a primary key. It has no value other than just serial number. Because the most important part is these two. These guys. These guys are important. So these guys are important. Shading, just a little bit of shading. That's alright. Boom. Alrighty, that's the primary key, and here is the primary foreign key. Look at this. So as you can see, this is how they link together. Okay, so let's create few orders. So I will have insert row below. I'll have insert row below. Row below. I'll have insert row below. Okay. So quickly, so I will have a simple 1, 2, and 3. Now I will have these 2 items belongs to this particular order. And that's product ID P001. This is P0. We don't know what are they. Maybe CD. God knows what. Quantity. Let's divide this. Maybe it's a desktop or laptop. P002. This one cost £200. This one, no, sorry, not two. One of them. This is one of them. Let's say it's 100. 200 already. Oh, do I need a price? No, I don't need a price because price we get it from the product table, so we don't have to worry about that. So we're gonna come back to this. This is quantity 2. This is quantity 1. That's it. And this one will have for this guy. This will have this guy, and this he also ordered P001. Same product. We ordered. let's say this, in spite of total or anything, how they load. So because these guys, this order contains two of them, as you can see, two items. Now, this particular product, only one. This is how I know the order 001, how many items or items, the order line I have. In here, you can see I have 4 of them, don't we? We have 4 items belongs to this particular order. So these two particular item belongs to this guy. This particular one.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, does it make any sense? Guys, up to here? Yeah? Makes sense, right? Makes sense. Forget about the total, how we get to the total list of price. So he has an order of total 300 and each of them, and maybe this is 200, let's call it 200 price just for fun. This is 100. This is each of them 50. 50. Okay. So that's 100 pounds. This 100 pounds gives you 100 pounds. That's 200. Maybe total is 300. Just make it up. And this one itself 100 each. These are pound 100. It's a little bit of pound sign. Maybe will help. 100 each. That's 200. So this is how the price was calculated. Let's say. Am I correct? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's 200. It's fine. Just to adds up, whatever it is. So these are the quantity. So these two, because if you look at that, what this diagram predicts, it says each order should have at least one order attached to it. Each order detail, each of them should be one. And see, this is one. You cannot have any item in the order detail or order line. Let's call it order detail. Order detail, order line table, which not belongs to any order. So I cannot have, which means I cannot have I cannot have one order that not belongs. It doesn't have this. I cannot have that. This is not possible. This will not allow, this is a primary key, foreign key relationship. Will create a link between these two. So when we first insert an item, we will insert an auto-generated order ID date, maybe the total and complete or pending or going on. And of course, we will enter 2 rows because these contain two items. So that's why from this side to this side, each of these items must belongs to at least one order ID. Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, this is 1 from here. So at least 1 from this to this relationship. From this to this.
Mm-hmm.
At least 1. They belongs to this. And this tells you that the bond, you cannot have them without order being created. Okay, you cannot have them. They don't exist if the order is not in place. What is the item? If you don't have an order, and if they exist, they must be at least attached to at least one order ID. But can 2 items belongs to one order in this situation?
Yeah.
Of course. So that is not said here. So what is said here, at least, because we predict that what is the minimality. It says for each of the order line item, there must be at least one order item. Each of them, each of the row. If you look at that, each of the row for these items, there at least one order ID. At least one. More is good. Now from the other side, if you read this from this side, each order may have one too many item in it. Does it make sense? This is called 1 ... This means many. Star has been used in programming to depict many or multiplication either way. So from the order, if you take a particular order O001, it has 2 items, and then the O002 it has only 1. So the relation between, when you read the relationship from this side to this side, you say an order must be at least one, must have at least one item or many items. Does it make sense now? This is how you read. You read this, read whatever attached to it. You read this, whatever attached to it. This is how, in a weird way, it does. Okay. Now, who can explain me this if you understand? Go ahead, Hawk. You need it. What is the relationship between these two that you identify? How do you explain this? Don't worry about this diamond. I'll explain later.
The order needs to have at least one customer?
That's correct. Each order must belong to somebody, don't they? Otherwise, it's the guest. It's the ghost order.
ID.
Yeah. And what about this, Mr. Hawk, then? Or Kasha, or Julius, or Diana, Paula? What about this? What relationship a customer and order? Look at this guy. The circle. How would you explain that?
I don't know. Well, there must be something in the order.
In order to be a customer?
Okay. As a customer, you don't have to have order, yes?
That's correct. That's correct. You can register just now with Amazon. Decided not to buy anything yet. Just like our PC was.
Okay.
PC. So in that case, the relationship is
Zero.
0 to many. 0 to many. From customer to order, the relationship is 0 to many. From order to customer, this is at least one. At least one. You must be at least one a customer. If there is any order, they must be belong to one customer. Now, of course, this is explained here. So let's create a customer quickly. I now know why this is. I have created. Let's move the date here. Okay. I'm just giving this as an example, but it can be anything. You see. Insert row right. So I'm just gonna move these guys up. So no, I'm not gonna go like this. Okay. I think I can. Oh, then it's going to increase another one. Leave it. So what I wanted to show you, that relationship now. How that is ordered. So let's create a customer ID here. That's what I forgot. Okay. This is C002 customer. This is C005. These are the two customers. I have some customers here. Maybe just some customer table, and I will have very basic idea of customer ID. Insert table, customer name, customer email, customer ID. Yeah, that's fine. That's customer ID, customer name, or noun. God knows what. I don't think I can find it. The address, maybe. Address. What else could be? Phone number, maybe. Email, for fun. So I'm just gonna quickly create two customer. Insert below. Insert below. Okay, I'm not gonna take too long on this. So just create these guys there for now. Let's say our customer ID started from. Just imagine these are two customers. Okay. Sam and John and whatever. So each order must belongs to at least one customer. If the order consists, for example, this order belongs to someone called C002, which is means Sam. We can get all the IP. So this case, this is the primary key. This is a primary key here. This is going to be foreign key here. This is how we connect. Okay, this is going to be a foreign key here. How do I do? Okay. No? No? Oh, okay. So yeah. So that's we're not gonna put pound sign in the database just for now. I'm just gonna put the pound sign so we know what it is. So okay, it doesn't make sense now. So this, as you can see, from order, the relationship is at least one customer. From order to customer size, this is a zero order or many. From here, from this side, it will be the relationship would be at least one order, then dot many or many items. Each of these order line, this order line belongs to at least one order ID, and one order ID can have at least one item, as you can see, one item or many. From the customer point of view, each order must belong to at least one customer. And for the customer, newly registered customer may not have any order yet. That's why the relationship is zero order or many. Can I have many? Of course, I can have many. For example, this is C002 who made a purchase yesterday, and they came back again. So the order, a new order will be generated, order 003. This time, same guy, C002, this guy made a purchase of 50 quid, pending, which is today. Can this happen? Can a customer come and make another order? Of course it can, as many times, in two different timing. The same guy. This is the same guy. Sorry. 00. This is the same guy in two different times made order, and he should have two different order ID. Now this order ID 1 belongs to this guy. This guy, and it has two of them, this and this. That's one, and then obviously this is the same guy but a separate order, which is maybe this as a separate order, and I do not have an entry for it. So let's create one. 0 0 003. So that would be definitely this guy, but of course this is how they are connected now, and the customer 2 is here. So this is how they are connected. The order table contains a customer ID which links with customer table. On the other hand, order ID links to the order line tables. So if I, from an order line table, if I would like to find out that for a product P002, this is a common product bought by two customers, and we have some promotion going on, maybe some discount I want to apply, and I can grab them saying, okay, find out all the customers that has purchased P001 in last 1 week. So I can just say, okay, P001, give the ID for each of them, and it's gonna give me the ID this, ID this. With this ID, then I can search here to find the customer ID from here. Once I find the customer ID, I look up in the customer table to find out, oh yes, John has purchased P001. Who else purchased? P001, also you have order ID O001 belongs to C002, which is Sam. Sam and John both has purchased P001. This is how you connect. Of course, for you have a product table then here with the price and all these things. So this is a relationship that they try to explain here. Okay. If you want to take a picture, you can take a picture. If you want quickly, might help you to think how the relationship works. This is a relationship. So this relationship is from order table, order to order line.
Mm-hmm.
This what explains it. This relationship. From order, you can have at least one order or order line item, one item or many items. This is how you read. From this one, on the other hand, you read order line to order. From order line to order, each of these line or rows must belong to an order.
Mm-hmm.
This one is from help me this. This one is from, oh, I can do this nice. Nice, love it. Okay, so this one from the customer point of view, customer to order. And this one is order to customer. Sometimes it might, mind-bogglingly, it might look bit of.
Hold on.
You can take a picture of this, guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to find out how it is. Of course, if I want to find out the name of the product, then I would have another table called product table below, which I'm not going to do it because that's too much. But you got the idea for now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got the idea. So that's a little bit of relationship between e-commerce website or any website. Of course, it goes on. In this case, the order details, these guys did not put the item together, but I put them together, so it's not a problem. You can put the order item together. You don't have to create another item. But this is a class. Remember, that is a database. So I was trying to show you actual database. But when it's a class, it's gonna create an item class anyway. So this goes on. Of course, payment. You have a payment interface which inherits blah blah blah. But anyway, so this is how you write a class. Basically, a 3-section. Name the class. Put a minus sign if it is public. Private. Put a plus sign if it is a public. Put a hash sign if it is a private. You could go details writing at least the type of their data type, and for functions at least you could write the return type with the column of what kind of things it's going to return or it's not going to return anything. You can also write the list of properties you saw here like this. That's pretty much a class type. Okay. So let's go back. I'm just going to close these things. I don't need this, just to show you a class diagram and the relationship. We go back our own project. So I have this one now. Of course, if I see my table, does it work? Let's have a look. So I'm just going to quick, of course, does it have validation? We just double check. Yeah, it does have a validation. And I'm just going to quickly insert a record. It has all the validation. I just copy pasted it. 1, 2, 3, and I sign it up, and it's going to take me to this. So of course, normally it works. Just to check this is working. This is brilliant. This is working. So this is the one we're going to convert to a class.
Okay.
We want to convert this into a class completely. We're going to use data model as well. We're going to use sign up sections here. So you're gonna do that first. I need to clear some of the things. So if you have this open, as you can see, this works. This is your table. If you do not have the table, please go ahead and insert the table. It's in the table. And the config, I already have changed it for you. I decided to call it login register. You could call it anything you like. You change it there. So that's pretty much one thing we're going to work on. I have normal header, footer, everything normal the way it was before. I haven't touched anything yet. So the first things I want to investigate whether I need a class. And I'm going to call it register.class.php as normal. I don't have it yet. As I don't need the database now. I don't need the config. Let's open up sign up. This is my registration page. Now my registration page has a lot of things in it. I have this guy and all this validation, hundreds of things going on. This is my GUI. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just get rid of all of them. I'm going to make it empty. Just go ahead and make it empty. Don't need anything. Make sure you align them properly. In fact, I don't even need this. Okay. Make it empty. Go ahead. Make it complete empty. Just keep this guy though. This guy. Okay, like this. This is the button. If anyone click the button, you want things to happen. This is one thing I want to do. Just go ahead and do this. You'll see how less code I will be writing here. You'll be surprised. Watch. I'll shift a lot of code to the classes. You could reduce the code in at least 20 lines or maybe 15 to 17 lines of code with this technique. Anyone doing it, guys?
Yeah.
Doing it, yeah? Anyone? Ok. If you have space, if you have a computer, go ahead and do this. If you haven't download, go ahead and I give you some time. Of course, I've been talking. So take your time. Julius is doing it. Elena, go ahead, do it. It's just very basic. We're going to do all together. Okay? You'll learn quite a lot on this. Okay? As early as you do, as early as you finish. If you are on a computer, if you are in that situation, you do this. If you have a pet disturbing you, give him some lot of food. No, don't give him a lot of food. It's gonna be killed. So yeah. So go ahead, and I just have downloaded this. If you let me share your screen quickly, you'll see that how much of data you can save. So if you go ahead and download this guy on week 7, this, open it in the code editor, put it in your server, run it here, you'll see it's still saying PC Globe anyway. So that's, and then run the sign up. There is no, if you go there, you will not see. I change it to OOP, so I know this is different one. So in here, there is no index file, so that's why it's not gonna fire up. You need to fire up with sign up. So create, it has a database, install that as register logging. I don't think so I will be needing it, so I'm going to get rid of this guy because it might confuse me. You don't need that. Delete this. I'm going to get my one later on. So it's a simple user table basically. You can install it. Go ahead and take your time to install it. We'll do together. So this is so far I have done. Anything I had here, I just deleted it. I had a lot of code like this. And I've deleted all of them. Keeping only this guy. It's set post, and the closing here, and I even got rid of this. But you can keep it there, it's not. But I kept this redirection. That's because, you know, if you already logged in, you don't need to. It should go to the profile page, which I don't have at the moment. I could have bought the profile page actually. Anyway, later. So just clean it nicely. we have a plan. So we want to do it such a way that no matter how many fields you put in your form, at the moment I have only 4 items. You may have 6, 7. This class should be automated such a way, at least, that it doesn't matter how many fields you put in. It should be able to do all this thing automatically. So you can use this class for other forms as well. Just change the name. It will do the validation for all of them. So that's our plan, to make it more a bit of automated system. So you don't have to say first name, last name. It will pick up the name automatically. Okay, when you do that, let me know. Just give me a clue. Yeah, guys, I can't hear you. Just give me noise. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, something like that. No, not yeah that. Just give me some noise because I can't see.
Yeah, we done it. I done it.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so one more thing very carefully. Because I have removed all the variables, guys. So this is going to throw some errors in. So that's why we going to adjust something carefully. Just scroll slowly down. Look it for your form. This is my form at line 43. Okay, from onward, this is where the error message on the label. This is where the value is for each field. Can you see that? The value, if is set person, I don't have this variable, so this is gonna cause problem. We going to use the post super global to avoid this. We do not need that. So what happened? Instead of this, do like this.
Post.
Just write post. And just carefully do like this. That's it. So you're gonna say like this. You're gonna turn this thing into a post super global post, because I don't have that thing, those local variable anymore. All you have to do, like, carefully do this for me. Okay. In the value section, for each of them we have turned them into post, because we will not have those variables. We don't need them. We can use post super global. The reason is, if let's say if the big form and a customer already filled up 4 of this field and mistakenly kept blank 2 of them, so you don't want to clear those who already filled up, which means for 2 errors, you don't want to reset the whole form. You want to keep things that is they already have typed. That could be very annoying otherwise for users. They could have accidentally clicked the button without not noticing 2 more fields or tick boxes or whatsoever. So we want to make sure that things that is okay, we want to keep it in that value of that field, so it will not go away. I think you have seen this before. I have explained it before. So all I did, I used to have some local variable. Now I change it. I used to put the post these things into a local variable and then put the local variable there. Now I remove them because I will not have them. I will use the post directly to reprint those values. So if you look at this, if I fill up Sam and I forgot the rest of them, I click enter, it's not going to clear it. It's going to keep it because there is no error on that. So after submit, it's going to show me error here, but not here, and it's going to keep the value. It's good when you have a big fail. So go ahead and do this for all fields, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and look carefully at my last name. Let me know if it is too fast or it's okay. Take your time. Just do this technique. I can give you like this if you want, but you should try. By now you should be able to type this thing. I can make it bigger if you want. It's a little big. much clear maybe. So basically it was like this, it was like this, it was like this, and I turn it to this. It was like this. All you have to do, put your cursor here, put an underscore, put a post, and then and a bracket, and one of these guy, and one of these guy, one of these guy. That's it.
And the same with email.
Oh yes, yes, of course with email. We're gonna do the. We're still gonna keep these guys. Don't worry. The error will keep. We will keep them. So the last time I'll do the same. I'll say post, and I'll quickly do these things. At least one set of variable I can remove using, because I have post. I could use that. So that's last name gone. I should have done. I can do that for email. Post. Do this. Sorry, do this, and that's it. And I do the same here. Post. That's it. Carefully, I will do that. Password, I will do the same. If you want to keep the password, of course you can. If you want to remove the password thing, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to do this.
It doesn't go on my browser. I don't know why. I mean, like, well, it just shows me the index of login registration. It doesn't, like, I don't have a CSS, let's say.
Oh, really?
I don't know why.
I thought it's only me.
Oh, you have
no.
Problem.
You need to unzip it. I'm sure you didn't unzip it.
Yes, I unzip it and put it.
Yeah, it is unzipped.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm using it. The same
Yeah,
thing
it
you
is.
saw. You saw. I just downloaded it in front of you.
Yeah, I just downloaded it from the Opeldo, yeah.
Yeah, guys, can you confirm me this? This is double check. This is not working. You mean you don't see this, right? The styles and everything.
Yeah, I just have an index of login registration, and if I choose one of the files, like for sign up, it goes to.
Shall I give you in the chat? This one, the whole file system. I can give you.
Okay.
Guys, try this. Let me give you the chat in here. This is what I'm working. This is so far I've done.
Okay.
Make sure that they have all the files here, including assets folder.
Yeah, like when we are downloading.
Now it should work 100%. I mean, maybe your history, maybe refresh. Do you want me to
No. Let me try again. Yeah, let me try.
That's alright. It's just quite interesting to see why it is. How about Julius? Hope if you guys, anyone else having the same problem? Elena, how about you?
Setting up the database actually.
Okay, sorry. Actually, I should have given you some time. Take a little time. Let's take a little quick step back. While you guys do this, I will be back in 5 minutes. Is that okay, guys?
Okay, yeah.
So you set it up while I give you attendance and stuff.
It works for me.
Mm.
Okay.
Gosh, it works for you.
No.
It's the same.
It's just like I cleared the history. I've checked all of the servers are working. I just don't understand it, to be honest.
It shows me line 19. I have error on config file.
Oh, how did
Warning.
you check it? Did you go to the console?
Okay, I will try it.
Oh, it doesn't show me any errors. It just doesn't.
Yeah, Diana, I had that problem and I just downloaded the database.
Oh, the database. Okay.
Yeah.
The same you.
But I just downloaded the same database and nothing.
Yeah, previously. Oh, okay. I will try. Thanks, Paula.
Oh, again. Okay. No. How is your database called? Login register?
Yeah, mine is.
Okay.
Go on.
And it has users and new, yeah? Nothing else.
জানলা এটা খুললা বল কাশফিয়ান আমার তো নাই পুরা খুললা দাও
Oh wait, it's called PC Globe, but I got it from the login register
Is
file.
it called PC Globe? Why?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, okay. I just literally took it from from the file on the
Yeah, that's what I
login register.
Yeah.
Okay, and it actually.
Oh wait, maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. Hold on.
Yeah, he gave us a SQL file login register.
Yeah,
and it shows in my admin, yes, as a login register.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same one.
Okay, so I have it, and still doesn't work. The browser. And if I go like from the index of files, if I go to sign up on the browser, it shows me object not found. Okay, it's not on the server. What is it?
Daddy, can I go and watch the iPad for a bit? Can I go and watch the iPad for a bit? Daddy, can I go and watch the iPad for a bit? Daddy, can I go and watch the iPad for a bit? Daddy, can I watch the iPad for a bit?
Okay, go.
Yay! Daddy, Mommy.
Paula, you deleted previously one.
Well, I never had the other one downloaded in the first place.
Oh my god.
আমার যেন এই রুমে না আসে আমার এই রুমে একটা জিনিস খেয়াল রাখতে Uno জানে এমন সব
Mine works. Yay! Thanks, guys.
What did you do?
What Paul said.
What do you mean? So you downloaded the database?
Yeah.
I did it, and it doesn't work. That's odd. Basically, you create it again in the SQL, yes? Or
Yeah, new one. That file what Subrata sent us, I create new one.
yeah, I did it already twice. Nothing is changing. Oh, did you change any name or nothing like that?
Nothing.
Because I see the database.
Just add it and that's it. It all works. It's all showing. I can see it.
But it's called login register, yes? Whereas the thing on the browser is called login register OOP.
Yeah, that file. From that file I took it.
Yeah, but how is your database called?
PC Globe. PC Globe.
PC Globe. How comes?
I don't know.
It should be login register, right?
Yeah, I just don't understand. How PC Globe?
No, because he sent a file in the zip file. What he sent login register SQL file. So I use that. Actually, it works for me.
Okay, but I just realized that the database is called login register, and the file itself is called login register OOP.
Yeah, that's the zip file, right?
Oh, okay. Let me have a look because I'm not even sure. So what do you call when you want to see it on the browser? Login register? Login registration?
Sign up, right?
So what do you have? Localhost /
login register OOP / sign up.
So you have this OOP there. Okay.
Subrata sent us that.
Yeah, no. So this is what I'm thinking. It's a different name of the file, no? Than the data. Okay. And sign up. Yeah. Let's see. No, it shows me object not found.
Kasha, should I tell what I did?
Yeah.
I just downloaded the login register zip file.
From
unzipped it in the same name folder, like login register folder I made, and then uploaded the login register SQL to the database. Created a database called login register, and then imported the file login register.sql in the database.
Okay. Go to the download. Okay, there's a login registration. Just do it again.
Oh. Alright, coffee though.
No, it still doesn't work.
I know I'm not perfect, but
Yellow.
I know I'm not perfect, but I know I'm not perfect, but
Hello. Sorry about that. How are you? Ready?
I still cannot get this thing to run on the browser.
Why don't you share your screen with me so I can quickly have a look? Maybe?
I don't know.
Let's have a look. No, that's fine. We can have a look. Maybe something that I missed.
No,
Maybe I have
probably something I'm missing, but I just can't do it. Oh, okay, so this is how it looks like.
Go ahead. Am I sharing or you sharing? You're sharing.
I'm sharing, yeah.
Okay. Where?
Here.
Hold on a second.
So all of the files are there, but it doesn't, like, you know.
Let me just see something.
This is the file you sent us on a chart. And Dinah, I think she said she downloaded the new database and it started to work for her.
Let me just see one thing. I think I need to. Just 1 second. Just 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with my? I think I need to. Yeah, I think this is something. My. Can you stop sharing? Just for a second to see what happened. Why I'm seeing half broken, half thing. Yeah, maybe, just maybe. Maybe just why. Okay. Now try to share. Please, Kasha, could you please share?
Okay.
Something frozen in my computer. Yes, I can see now. Let me make it bigger. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So what happened if you click on sign up?
Come on.
It's not opening. Can you go to the location of localhost where you actually hosted these files? Kept those files in the localhost. In the localhost.
Yeah? So that's my local host.
No, that is your PHP MyMail. You know htdoc folder where you actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Go there. I just want to see what is this case of these files.
Here.
Locate your folder. It is not a zip, right? It's not a zip file, I believe.
No.
Where is the other files inside that? Like, yeah, if you expand that.
The folder that I downloaded, that one was login registration, not login registration _ oak.
Oh no, the OPS one, I just gave my one. The one I was working.
Yeah, so Subrata sent it on the
It's
chat.
pretty much same.
So, yeah.
This is I shared with her in the chat. So this is OPS, yeah. And you have all of them. And you're running on the browser again? Can you run? Are you sure? Making sure that we are not running a zip file. That's all I'm trying to figure it.
Pretty sure because I've unzipped it. Yeah.
I see. Okay, so can you right click and open that with your code editor just to have a look?
This one?
Yeah, in the code editor like Visual Studio Code maybe?
How can I do it from here, or do I?
No, you need to open Visual Studio Code separately. Yeah. And now close to go to File. Yeah, go to File. Click on Sign Up PHP. Let me have a look. Double click on. Okay. So this doesn't work on the browser. You mean when you run? Can you run it again? What does it show in the browser? It should be.
So this is when I go there.
Oops, yeah. And if you click on any of these files, making sure that your database is working.
So this one shows the some directory.
Is your Xen
shows
server?
Stuff.
This shows the stuff.
Footer. Header as well.
Asset folder. This looks to me that the files are not being. Is your server on?
Sorry?
Is your XAMPP server on?
Yes, I checked it. Yeah.
It is not, right? If you go one level up on the browser.
In the htdocs or?
Yeah. In the htdoc you have a folder, right? Because I can't see it clearly. It's like a little bit of foggy for me, so I'm just guessing those folders.
Okay.
In the htdoc you have this. So
yeah, this is the folder, yeah?
Okay, this is the folder and that's everything inside. Okay, now if you find local, just type localhost / that folder name on the browser.
Just type it, yeah?
Yeah, just type it. I just want to make sure that this is the right path. Localhost / login register, was it?
Login registration,
registration, then underscore oops, right? And if you press enter, it gives you this. So when you click on sign up, what do you see? Why it's not found? Because this should be available.
Exactly, because the rest of them is. So
just type localhost. Let's see what happens. Just type localhost. It is browsing, but I have a feeling why is.
Okay.
So this is working. Your local is one thing for sure. Okay, go to your htdoc folder. Do you have the downloading from my download folder? The one I gave you?
I think I tracked it.
Where?
The bin probably. Let me see because I might have it. Download.
Or you can still download it from the chat maybe.
No, but I have it in the bin. So where is it? Here.
Yeah, drag it in the desktop for me. Yeah, keep it there for now. Remove your previous one and close your editors as well. Close your editor.
Now I've lost it. It was here. It's not here, is it?
No, this is not the one.
Like maybe it just went into some folder.
Okay. Or you can download from the chat again. I think it's in the chat.
I think it doesn't let me.
Really?
Mhm.
From the chat? How did you gonna get that then?
On the right side one, I think, on the right side. On your
On the right
desktop.
side, do you
On
see
the
it?
on the far right at the bottom. Just
At the
just above the
PHP
bottom.
application? Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah.
This one,
Okay.
yeah, keep it there. Now let's get rid of close your code editor first of all. The Visual Studio.
Okay.
Just close it, completely close it. Yeah, let's close this one. Let's close completely. Yeah, brilliant. And now go to your HTDoc. Get rid of your previous folder for some reason. We're just gonna get rid of that. Just delete it. Now in the HTDoc you keep everything, right?
Mhm.
Like this.
Mhm.
I see. Okay. Create a folder here called OOP. Create a directory called OOP just for fun. Because it's too many folders there. So we're just going to create a directory called
Okay.
OOP
Right.
and put it there after that.
I just need to click somewhere. Where do I click?
Right click.
Create.
Right click. Create. How do you create directory?
No, because if I right click, it thinks I'm clicking on the file.
Oh, okay.
I'm just looking for a place to click
Uh,
to not be on the
I
file.
see.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, I can create the folder here.
Yeah.
And then just drop it into it.
Yeah. Let's say OOP. Just put OOP.
Oh, come on.
That's it. Now unzip the one. Yeah. Make a copy of that. Double click on it. It will unzip.
Yeah, normally it doesn't zip like that. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now drag that into this, and now drag that into that OOP folder into your HTDoc. See if not is a shortcut. If you double check if it is there or not. Oops. Oops.
See, yeah, here.
Okay. Now point that oops to your browser. So go inside. Let me see if there is everything is there. Yeah. So you have this. Okay. Now can you just point to your browser, localhost / oops.
Oh.
Whatever.
Just the folder, yeah?
Just the folder. Okay, now click on that file.
You see
Now click on sign up. That's a bit weird. Do me a favor, clear history one more time for me. Why is this not found? Just quickly clear some of these history. Refresh it.
It just doesn't want to see it.
Is this happening to others or just this one? How come
Mine
this update
works
is not
fine.
found? Yeah, it should work fine.
Yes, sign out. Oh, you see?
It's partially running.
Yeah. So header works.
Works.
Okay.
Okay, do me a favor. Open this in the code editor. Let me see if something may be missing. Maybe missing something. So let's open that. Open folder. Oops. Let me see why this is causing this. How come object is not found?
Oh, wait a minute, HTDocs. No. Sorry, I just need to find the HTDocs.
No, take it and it's fine. It should be in the application XAMPP folder.
Okay.
Yeah, open the one. See what happened. So double click sign up PHP. It has header PHP. It has everything that I asked you to do. You've done it.
I mean, like, this is your file. I just copied it. I mean, downloaded
This doesn't make sense to me.
Oh.
Copy your server and run it and try it. Does it happen to your other project? Can you check your other project running the same way? Just check maybe
Yeah,
PC Globe, maybe the local one.
Let me see.
The other file.
Yes,
Object not found. How could
let's
any other file?
see. Globe version 10, let's say. Oh, version 10 doesn't.
None of this working. Stop your server, run it again.
Oh,
Something to do with the server. So it does do this. No, yeah, stop them all.
let's stop them, yeah?
Mhm. Restart or you can stop or restart either way. Stopping, let them stop completely. Now start them one by one. First Apache, stopping. Okay, let it stop. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now that one start.
Start,
Yeah. This is go screen. Okay, now let's try your MySQL. You have only one version of MySQL, I believe.
Mhm.
I mean, one
I
version
don't
of
have any.
them. Okay, let's go ahead and then see if it is any good for us.
Okay.
None of this project works.
It shouldn't be showing object not found, no? It should be showing
Yeah, of
directory,
course. Directory, yeah.
like this one.
Now if you click that sign up, now it's something wrong with the
Something
server.
wrong. Maybe it's something
is-
with my browser.
Yeah, try. Do you have any other browser? Safari.
Yeah, I have Safari.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
copy that and paste it there.
For PHP my admin page.
Well, yeah, could be PHP my admin, localhost.
Come on.
You can copy from the URL from your Chrome browser.
Okay. Good.
Now copy from the Chrome browser. Copy this line. Yeah. See if it is working. If not, then all I will have to say that reboot your system. Maybe a little bit
Okay.
would help. Server seems running, but
Yeah.
now
So
try your
sign up.
click on sign up. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. This is browser.
so what was it? Was the browser?
It's a browser.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry for
Yeah.
taking time.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Now you can open that info editor. I'm glad that it worked. At least
Okay.
suffered.
Thank you.
It's just you just might have to clear a little bit more on
Mhm.
Chrome, or maybe
Okay.
see if it is reboot. After reboot, if it is work. Usually after reboot, it may work.
Okay. Maybe I need to check out. Maybe there's some update or something like that.
That's maybe the case. It could
Okay.
happen to anyone. So it's okay. It's a good training.
Yeah, even my Chrome is not working.
It is.
I'm using Firefox.
Oh, okay.
So it could happen. It could happen.
Maybe
So
something.
it could be a good lesson for all of us. It could happen. Anything
Okay. Thank you.
could surprise you, stuff like this. But that case, we will have another website to check. So yeah, that's great. So now that it is working, so let's go ahead. It won't take that long for us. Pretty much sure. So what we want is quickly create a class. Let me just. It's not only you. Sometimes my computer are a nightmare for me because when I run it for a long time, this gives me headache. I have to constantly, and imagine the hot weather is even worse. For this constantly, for example, now it's frozen. The Zoom is frozen. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna come back. Okay, so here the first thing I want to do, I want to create a file, and I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to call it register.class.php. I usually put class at the end, so I know this is. But beside, you can see the register word is capitalized. But I'm gonna keep it here. You could keep them separately in a folder called lib or library. For now, I'm just gonna keep it here, very simple. I'm not going to make it very complex here. The first thing I want to do is, of course, start my PHP. So go ahead and create a class called PHP. I'll show you a technique that will help you to automate system. When we have tools like PHP and HTML is properly already have a name attributes, all the way from HTML will take this name attributes, all of the fields has a name attributes, put into the post global variable. Now the post will have the key name, key and the value. So it doesn't matter how many fields you add, it should automate the whole process until here. This is what our objective is. We don't have to manually type things. We're gonna make everything automated as much as possible. Okay, but obviously there are the code will be differences. For example, email validation will be different than the other one. So let's create a class here without any further ado. So that I'm just gonna say class add register. Take your time to create this. When you're ready, do let me know. Okay. So that's my class. I'm just gonna create this class. The first thing I want to create some variable, very basic variable. I'm gonna create a private variable because we decided to go with the private to hold all our errors. I'm just gonna call it errors, and I will assign an empty array to it. Remember, it's a private. I choose a private because the value, if it is public, I can manipulate from outside. I will have two in this case, two. I've decided to go with the two different types of array. One to hold all the errors, one to hold all your registered data, the valid data. So that's another one. Private, as you can see from the name, I'm going to go with the private because that's the better. Then I'm going to call it user data, where usually it will be all the valid data like their email, whatever it is. So that's two variables we have created. Now you have seen that. So these are called properties in class. So these are called properties. Okay. Properties. Okay. Or sometimes we call member data. Okay. Now there are, as I said, access. If you see, these are called access specifier. Specifiers, there are three types: public, their name suggests this is public. Private is only belongs to class. This is only belongs to class. Class is very, very private. It's like his own private bank. Nobody have access except the methods of that class. That means anywhere in the class you can access them. Public, of course, anyone can access them. Okay, if you write it down this way, public, private. If I write this, and then you can say like it's public, anyone can access. Anyone can access. Inside or outside? Inside.
Outside
the
of class.
Class, yes. Even class,
Okay.
even child class, and outside. They all can access it. This is like a private profile, public profile of your Facebook. Okay, so that's his job. This one private only belongs to class. Nobody, not even child can access it. Only, just when it's the only, that's it. That's all it is. This one only child class can access. Only this is only child class. Especially this is thing like this is a product that you save some money for your children, which you said given a will that your children will have that on it. So think like that for now. So now I have private, that means And always remember, the good rule of thumb is good rule of thumb is to keep the properties private if possible, as much as, okay, and use member functions methods, I would say. This is class member methods, public member methods to access them. Nobody else from outside cannot use them. They need to use one of these public member functions to access them. If that public member function, of course, decided to give the access to them, that's the only way. So the outside world will have access to public member will have access to this private variable. Now, because we are the one who is giving the body of this public member, so we know how much we give access to, what validation we want to do. So this is a little bit of simple thing. So we have declared two variables. Now let's create some methods. Okay, the methods or member functions, sometimes we call them. Okay, you don't have to type these things. It's just for you to so you can see. So the first function that I am going to create is called construct function. Function and construct function start with true and with a construct. Okay. This is a function that I'm going to use. So go ahead and create a body of this function.
Okay.
That's the initiator. That's when you create the object, this construct function get called automatically. When you use the new keyword, as soon as you use the new keyword, the constructor function gets fired. You don't have to call it separately. It's built in. When you close a file, the destructor will occur. If you do not have them, the system will edit for you. Now, this initiator classes can also be used to set up things, initial things like a game. If you're making games or maybe a product image, product object, then you should prepare your assets in there. So in here, the first thing I want to do, interesting, have a watch. Now that I have here, I have nothing in here. So I'm gonna say echo just to test my class is working. I am from register class construct method. See if we create a class whether this function fires. That's what we want to see. I want to also write down here n of class so I don't get lost. So that's pretty much is my class. And of course, I'm just gonna little bit this so I can manage this better. Will I have this? Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep this function one tab away from the base. I don't have to actually. I could just leave it there. No problem. Yeah, actually. Point. Anyway, leave it. So that's my constructor. I don't need destructor because I'm not gonna have an explicit. This is called explicit construct. That means even though the system will add one, but you want to explicitly add yours with your functionality in it. Now it's time to check this class out. So if you haven't done this, let me just give you this class, or you can type it. I'm just gonna quickly give you in the chat. You can just add this class. So here I'll have register class added to the chat. If you want, you can have those comment if you want. Okay, the rule of thumbs is to keep them private. It's a little bit of a note I have added. Should have a keyboard. American US. If I have a US keyboard, then I can use this. No, I should have. So this, nope. Oh yeah, this on the 2. This also use this as a comment. If you want to write some documentation, you must have seen people use this hash sign to document things. If that's tidy up things better, you can use this. This also works as a comment. So rather than the difference between hash sign and this one is when you put the hash sign, it seems as you saw some sort of thing that you write as a note or as a not as a, for example, I could block it as a comment out. So we use this for the code, but to add some documentation, maybe your copyright information, maybe your class declaration, maybe something, you can use hash. Does the same thing, but only to describe things. Yeah. So go ahead and download your thing. Let me change my keyboard back to UK. Okay. So if you have written it, okay, go back to sign up. I have given you, just drop this class into your folder. That folder. Now I need to load this. So after the header, I'm going to say required once, and of course I'm going to load register dot class dot php. So you need to first you need to do the load the class into register in the sign up page. That's what we will do, and then we are going to we're going to test our class if it is working in here. Okay. Now our config file, as you know, and data model file, they are already connected because at the bottom of my config file, I already have loaded the data model. So they are connected. And at the top of the header file, I also load the config. So when I load the header file with this file, this also loads config and data model. So all this functionality should be available to this file. And to register file. That's because I have loaded register file after the header. So whatever I'm writing in the register file will have connection to config file and data model. This way they are all connected through one single header. And if you have written this, go ahead and try to create a object. So I'm going to create a user object to see the constructor function fires or not. Equals to new register. Yeah. Register. That's it. Let's see what happened if I call this. So go ahead and write this. Did you add this already in your code? This class? You already?
Yes.
If you added this, you can see the construct function. I have echoed something, and construct function get fired when you about to create an object with a new keyword. And if it is the case, I should see this on my screen. So now sign up. I just have. You see, I did not call like this. If it is a normal function, not a construct function, I would have called it like this. I have to call it like this in order to get it work. But constructor function get fired as soon as you create an object with this. That's the base function. So if this is the case, I should see a message on my web page. So here I'm just going to just refresh it. If I don't see it is overriding something. It didn't really do.
Mine works.
This work, my one is hiding underneath somewhere. Let me double check. This is signed up, right? Okay, let me just do a little bit of tricks. Did it show any message?
Yes.
Mine
Check
was
it.
send the same message saying that.
It is showing the same message?
Yeah,
Like this one?
yeah. I'm probably just for classes.
Alright, so let me just see what is going on with mine. Maybe I just created it and it doesn't have anything. Let me double check if I'm running the same one. Construct function. Register. Yeah, register file is there. So that's okay. Sign up there. Where do you see yours? Your message is here somewhere?
I don't have any message.
Oh, just on the top of the sign up.
Oh, okay.
Here, you see here.
In between the PC globe and the
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, that's
Oh, this is big here for me. I think I'm sharing screen something.
But you need to
Huh?
you need to click the register button, now.
Oh yes. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Here you go.
I need to click it. You're right. So
There
let's
you
not do the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's gonna quickly just do this. Yeah, you're correct. Yes, I forgot.
Oh,
I
right, yeah.
Yeah, I need to click
I
it.
didn't click it.
I'm
Right.
telling you, you did it. So that is correct. That the constructor method has been called. So that means we have successfully created a class. Well done. Congratulations to us. Now I need to pass something to this function. Now, of course, haven't completed it. Now I need all the value passed here by post super global. So what happens is when I click this function sign up button, I have a name attributes, as you know, for each of them. This one called first name, this one last name, this one email, this one password. They get pushed into a super global variable. What is the name? If anyone remember, I use method post. Post global. And remember, anything goes to post super global or any of these super global, they're available to any script. I don't have to pass them page to page. They are already in the browser available in a public container. Because they are public container, you may wonder, hey Shubroto, you said you have this guy here which takes, instead of sending one item, I can send all of this field as an array. So let's call it for fun, test date array, okay? User array, call it for fun, user array. This is not what I'm going to do. This is the array I declare, and I want to copy entire post variable like this. You can do this. If you send post like this without anything, no bracket, no nothing, this means the entire post variable.
The total form element it
whole
will
thing,
take. Yeah.
including the button even. Including the button. Anything in them. The button have a register. If you click it, it's 1. If you don't click it, it's 0. Even that will be posted. You can just send the whole thing from here. This is an array, remember, the post super global. This is once you hit the button, everything you write here, these names, each of the field has a name. Look, I already have set up the key here. So this will work as a key. Look, where is this? Yeah, you see, first name. This name attributes will now work as a key for each field in the post super global with the value that a user typed, Sam, for example. So your post super global, this look like this, something like this. If you submit with all data, it will be like this. Let's say this is my array of post, and I think we already have covered this many times. But just gonna say this is something like this. It's gonna create like this, okay? And maybe the customer types them. Okay, it's something like this. It's a 2-dimensional array with key pointing to a kind of. So this is 1, and then goes like this. Last name, You got the picture. This is get created automatically, okay? Because that's the name you set up in your HTML. And this is the things that customer typed in the field. So when you submit using post method, each of the key, the field name became a key in this super global variable. Okay. And same as email. This is already get set up. And if you want to print the first name, of course you would do like this because it's a two-dimensional array. Post, and you just do first name. No, actually I don't need this, do I? No, I don't need this bracket. You can just say post first name. Here. This will give you Sam, for example. We all know that. So because it's been done already by the HTML, when you submit it, all you have to do, give it a name, attributes, and this. They all pick. So when I say post like this means the entire array. All those. If they filled it, this post super global will have all the values, whatever they have. If they don't fill any of these fields, then I will not have that key in that post. Simple as that. So I have 4 fields, as you can see. Let's say if they fill up this, but not this, then my post global will have only 2 keys and values. First name, last name, Smith, John Doe, for example. But because they did not fill these 2, there will be no key for them. There will be no key will be inserted. Okay? So this is what happens. So I can send the whole post global array. This is nothing but array to this guy. This is also a temporary array, which either can use and do and this. But good news is, I don't even have to do this. What? That's because, as I said, when you submit something post, the post super global will accessible directly from any file that connects it. So I don't have to send it here. I can directly collect it here. I don't even need this. Watch. You're gonna see. You just do like this. Or dump, if you want to see them, just do that. This is a good technique you can use because that's an array. Why do you have to pick another array? You already have that in browser, and all page has access to that super global. That means it's global to all. Super means global to every page is connected. Any page can just collect this from the browser. So I could do like this, but to see. Okay, I want to see. You see, I don't even have to pass it. That because this is available to everybody, and it is post. If there was something other types of array I want to send, which I created, list of country name, list of this, list of that, then of course I have to send it. But post is a super available in the browser. Once you submit the form with filling all the data, it goes into super global, creates an individual key based on the name attributes that you set up. From there, I can just collect any pages. So why not in the class? I can do that. You see, but if I just submit it without anything, remember I removed everything. What happened? Area super global array. See if it is the case for you. At the moment, everything is empty. It found the key. It found the first name, found the last name. It found this string. It found everything, but unfortunately, there is no value. All the values are empty. Look, empty. Go ahead and give it a try. This is very important. You can just do these kind of things so you can save a lot of time. Because if there is an array already being created, why do I have to create another one? We can always use this. Now, if you want it nicely, of course, you can always put echo pre. Go ahead and try this, okay? Pre, okay? Echo pre. Well, let's see, it's not about finishing the tutorial or anything. It's more about you to understand this concept. Similar goes for session, cookies, all other super global variables. They're available. like for example, picking IP address of your client machine also can be done with PHP server side super global. They're very helpful. This stays in your browser until you close the browser. So if I do this, of course, I would see much more. Let me just quickly refresh it. Yeah. As you can see, all of this value has nothing in them. They're empty. But however, if I fill them up and I put 1, 2, 3 and sign it and watch what happens. Can you see the value now? So it worked. Now that I have also post global, all I have to do, check them. Go ahead and try this. I'll give you a little bit of construct function here, and you can do it there. I mean, like, why you got the idea, but obviously, I'm gonna try to complete this. The first thing I want to do is making sure that I have validation. So let's do this validation thing. Actually, put them in the left. But later on, I might be not needed. So I'll put a little bit there. The first thing I want to do, remember, post super global has a key and value. If the key is first name, value will be Sam. If the key is the last name, the value will be Smith. And I can use a for each loop to loop through them and identify this key. I don't even have to match it. It will find for me. So the one other thing I want to do to check all keys for emptiness. Okay, that's what I want to do. So the first thing I want to do, write a for each loop. For each, because it's an array. The for each loop that I'm going to write, it will take my post super global. Okay, and I'm gonna split each of these key value into 2 variables. Earlier days you used to say like this item. That's it. It means each of this field. But I'm not gonna do that. I want to split them by key and value. The reason is, if I have the key, then I know what key, what name attributes you type in the HTML, such as first name, last name. These will be the keys, and I can use them. I can automate the whole process. To make automation, I'm going to do this technique. Key, I'm going to declare a variable key, and I'm saying, could you please split them key and value separately? Then, and you do. So see the difference. First, without this, I'm just going to say item. If I can split them as a single item. So let's have a look. And I'm going to add, sorry, just 1 second. I'm going to see the significant differences. I'm going to show you the differences. In this case, I am splitting all of them as one array. That's an array. So of course, I'm going to use print r. See what happened. If you understand this kind of things, it will really help you. So this is what we want to do. We want to run a for each loop, split each of these post item as an item, and then we are going to print it. We are printing R because they might be an object, an associative array themselves. This item is an array. So I'll have 4 array. One first name, Sam, last name, this, email, this, so 4. And it's gonna go 4 times, print each of them as an array. That's what I'm expecting. So let's do this. Okay, you see the difference now between this and the other one. I don't have anything. Why did I not print it? Let's see, did I not print it? Close, storage, did I close it? Did print it? Let me see why. So try this. If it is the case, maybe I'm doing the same thing again. Let's go ahead and try this. I'm just gonna give it, see if anything prints it. Of course, how are you gonna print it? There's nothing in them. Of course. So let's print something. Sam Smith. It has nothing. I'm gonna print. Yep, this is not printed. So if I can show you, you can see it. Because when you share a screen, up the form and do it, and then run it. Just a bit weird. Can't make it. Check it yourself. It should be available here. Look at this. I can't show you because my screen is sharing, but you can see it.
Now we can see that.
You can see it. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Because I can see a green bar around here. But you can see it, right?
Yeah, we can see.
Oh, that's great news. Because I thought I can't see it, you can't see it. So see each of them as, oh, how do you see it? Let me just, I don't see, I need to see them. So they are like this, right? So item means holding. It's printing the value, don't they? It's not printing the first name, last name word. Have you seen this?
Yeah,
It's not. I was hoping that it would print like this. First name, something like this. Remember, it went 4 times. First name, sorry. But it didn't. So if you do like this, it will only gonna give you the value. Print the item value as you see here. Because it's interested in the value, not in the key. You say, hey, go ahead and. However, if you want to print as with the key as well, that case you could do like this. Just do like this. You can call it anything you like, but I would like to call them key and value. At the moment, it's only printing the value. So this case, I want to print them. I don't have to do key for this one. I want to print them key and value. That's it. Key, if I just print the key, what happens? Okay, I'm interested in key. So I don't need the key. Because I'm not printing an array. I'm just printing one key. Okay. And if I do this, whoa. Of course, I don't have any break. So it's going to print. Let's put a break, little bit of break here. Dot. We have learned something very interesting. And I put a little break. Let me see if this battery will work. Let's see if I do this. Continue. Yeah. Can you see it? You just these are words. These are keys, you guys. So earlier one, I didn't have the key when I said as item. When I said as item, just as one, it was giving me only value item. But when I said as key and value and the value, this is split them as a key and value. And then if I'm printing the key, you see the key. Now key is holding the key. Key is holding this. Okay, it makes sense to you guys?
Yeah.
As you can see, first name, last name, email, these are the name I gave in HTML. So from all the way from HTML to the post global to my class, I got the key. If I know this kind of key, even including the name of the button, if I know this key, I can automate the process. So in the future, if I add more and more fields, I don't have to manually check them. I can just use this technique to get all the keys and validate them in one go. That makes this automated. Okay. No, check that out. So instead of this, I'm gonna say instead of item, which we usually did for our product page, product add products add product, but this way I can print both. If I say value, let's put the value, I can print the value. Look at that. And if I do this, of course, I don't have any values, this will be empty. Oh no, I had the value from the previous submission. Let's do this again quickly. Let's do Sam, let's do Smith, let's do Sam So I have some value for them. Ignore this register. Who cares? So these are now key and value. How I see them now. This is my value. So if you print key and value, key holds this, value holds this. Go ahead and try this out. Of course, this is what we want. Of course, in this class, first thing I want to do is to validate them. I want to validate them. I want to validate everything that that is empty. I want to automate them. And I can use this for each loop. So if I can say end of for each loop, for example. Now let's do this because we know this. Now let's do one thing. I'm going to throw a one single if that will check the emptiness of all of the key. However, now for all fields, you have to look for something very interesting. I have 4 fields for this, and for this. I'm going to check only one thing, whether they're empty. However, for email, I have to check 3 things. 1, whether it's empty. 2, whether it's a valid email. 3, whether the email already registered with us. Is it clear?
But don't you check with the names the same if they already registered?
No.
Okay.
We don't care about the name. We just make sure our email is the unique, which we use to log in. Yes, you would have done that if you have a username kind of thing to log in. In this case, so I have for this particular field, I have to be careful. I have 3 different validation. While for each of them, only I'm checking emptiness. So I need a way to find out what is the key of this field. Because I'm looking at it. Can you guess what would be the key of this field in the post super global?
It's email, no?
Yeah, exactly. So for the rest of them, if key not equals to email, because if you look at the HTML, it says in here, it says here, look, if you go scroll down, here is the name you gave. That's the key I'm looking for. So my objective is skip it. So if I know my key is holding the name of it, I said key value not equals to email. Okay. I have to do 2 separate validation, but it's still much more lesser than others. So this is, let's do this one first. So this will, for rest of them, will check emptiness for emptiness. I don't know, emptiness is the word for all field. Except email. That's it. We have to do it for email separately. We are doing for other things. If it is not equal to email, because you remember the key is holding the keys, as you can see. That's the key. That's the key. Yes. So all I'm saying, if the key is not equal to email, then I want to check something emptiness for each of them. What happened? So here I'm going to say if. I'm going to do another if. Empty. If they are empty, of course. So what would be the empty? Interesting. I didn't tell you something very important. Let's do this one. Yeah. So let's say interesting. So if you echo key, my question for you, okay, what is going to print, guy, for first name?
First name, no?
First name. Okay. If I echo value, let's say his first name is Sam.
Remember,
Sam. Okay. So that's remember. Value prints the value. Key, if you echo key. Item. If I had item rather than value and key, what would it print?
Sam.
Yes, the value. the value sem, which is sem. Oh, sorry, sem. Now, if I want to print so of course, if I say print and value, if I say print key and value, what it will print? What it will print?
All of the keys and values, yeah?
Yeah, so Sam in a given first example, Smith, for example. No.
The first name Sam, yeah?
The first name, and this, right? This is how it's going to print, because that holds the key, that holds the value. Okay. We can also print something like this. Watch. Get the post, and do like this. Put the key here. Can you guess what it's going to print?
I would think that if you have 4 members, it would print 4 times first name, for example.
So it is similar to this.
Yeah.
So what it should print?
It will print first name, last name, email, and
that's it.
For
our given first name, it will only print Sam. If we are just printing Sam, that's it. You can print like this. If you want to print this key and this, you can also use this technique
for validation.
The key is this, and we know key is holding this. If the key is holding this, I can make it dynamic using the key. I don't need to know whose key is it. What is it called? I don't even have to know, because that's dynamic. That makes it dynamic. By doing this, I split the key value, and with the post, if I print key, what happened? It will all print this. So let's get this is similar to this. That's the key. Remember. So to automate that, you can do this. Watch. And we just do it quickly. This is very interesting. You can do a lot of automation with this. Sam one first. Yeah. Can you see Sam? Sam has been, I don't know if you can see it from there. Yeah. It's Sam. So look, this way I can actually print also the value, and we're interested in value. So watch this, what happened. If I say key, is only checking the key. Key is, let's say, email. Okay, email is the one we are looking for. If I want to check the value is empty or not, I would do like this. Post and put the key to automate it. You don't have to know what is the actual name of the key. This automated process will figure it out. This will print, this will print value. Okay. See, this is where I can check. With the key, I'm checking whether, remember, we want to check emptiness for all 3 fields except email. Because email needs different types of validation. Only for this. So let's do this. If it is not equal to email, the key is not equal to email, and if it is not empty, if it is empty, sorry, I want to do an array push to my error variable. Remember this error variable, don't forget, it's here. That's a private variable. I'm going to pack everything into this guy. But this guy is a private member of the class, so I have to use this keyword to access it. Remember this keyword? I said, hey, could you push whatever that key is into this array? So what happens? Array, I'm going to say like this. Remember what variable name I have given them? Each of the error. Remember, we are packing errors. watch carefully. If you look at this carefully on this HTML page, can you see how I wrote the error name? Have a look, guys.
Error last name.
Error last name, error first name, error. Am I correct? You see. So all I have to do now to combine it, because all of these error variable that I already have added in the HTML, I need a matching with them. So, but I need a dynamic way. I don't have to manually write. But I know all of them had started with a prefix called error to write this, and then they have underscore. Okay, but what key I don't know. I don't even have to because I have a powerful tool.
Okay.
There you go. So if it is a first name that we are targeting, this will be error underscore first key. This will be the key of in the array, and the message will be what? Please enter key. Enter key. That's it. But even this is dynamic. So if this is the first name we are checking, it will say this is automatically dynamically created. This will be the name of the key. That with error underscore the key will be first name, and the message will please enter first name. Okay. So if I interpret it in English different way, it will be like this: a array will be created and pushed with error first name. If I'm doing for first name, yeah, name, and error first name, and then it will be please enter first name. See, job done. So basically, this is what I am doing. This is the part I use key. This is the part I use key to automate it. So I don't need to know what are the name of the key because most have it already. The day you set up in the HTML, it will solve your problem. So what happens? So this will be so it is first name, an array with error first name, please enter first name will be pushed into error. That one error. And it goes again. Check for the last name. You will push another array into this. So your multi-dimensional array get built. And I missed the HTML,
Email?
No, password. And it will push 3 arrays with individual name on it in one go. Okay, this is all it is. So let's do that. Let's print that out. It's not gonna print anything for email. So let's do this. This is do a little bit of error. If not, so this is for errors. If it is not an error, of course we want to store that information into another variable called user data. That's the positive one. So that's, but this case I want to, of course, use this differently. This I want to do it bit slightly different way. How I want. If I want to put the as a normal, because this is not the message I want for them. I want to store them as a normal value, normal array with the name of the array and the key. So I can use that. I can just say post, and then of course I can use the key, whatever it is. So if it is not empty, I'm pushing it to an array. Let me see if I close everything properly. Yeah, I did. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, so that's it. So
Samantha,
go ahead.
I don't understand why we need to put these arrows into the array. Can we just print it, please, enter key? What is the point of it to push this to the array?
Well, look, I have an error. If I click this button without filling this, and this.
Yeah, I understand that, yes. I just don't understand why that needs to be pushed into the array. Why we collect it, basically.
Because then we can send it from here, these messages, to the page. Say, hey, you have 3 errors.
Okay.
You need a container Remember earlier manually when you submit, it shows error. Please enter this. Please enter this. There are 3 errors, but I need a container because I'm sending more than one rather than sending one. In the class system, we're gonna pack every error as it happens into an array and then print it. So as let's say if you empty all of them, let's say you put everything empty, push function adds to the end. Remember array push. So this is my add. If I have, let's say, if I have a 3 errors, it will have like this. An array, let's say 2 error for now. Okay. Error, a key error first name. This is first push. Okay. And this is an associative array. Because unlike numeric array, if it was a numeric array, what would be 0, 1, right? But it's not. It is a numeric array. We are creating the key. Please enter first name.
Yeah, I understand all of that. So
what do you think?
So basically, the point of pushing it into the array is to send that messages all together. Yes.
All together. That's it. That's
one
it.
by one. Okay.
That is it. That is it. To one go. And the whole process will be automated. We don't even need to know much because the key is holding this. So if you say this is last name, yeah, this is the thing. So you want to send them all together. That's it.
Okay.
We haven't sent it yet. We are just building it as it happened. We don't know what will happen, whether it will be empty or not. If it is empty, we need to know what to do.
Okay.
So,
all right. So you basically wanted to first check all of it and then send the message. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Empty. So because this is running in a for each loop, I don't have to repeat 5 times for 5 fields.
Okay.
It will create automatically a dynamic. You see, this is dynamic.
Yeah.
This is gonna create a dynamic key. If the key is first name, it will be error underscore first name. If the key is last name, it will be error underscore last name.
Yeah, of course.
So it will be, and if it is no error, then of course I want to push them into good array, the array that I'm going to send it to database. Okay, so that's another one, and I'm gonna push that as normal key and post, so key and value. I can use actually value if you want. You can actually use value directly like this because we already have a value. I can use them. I can just use this to build it, but I would go with the post. You can do that either way. I'm gonna go with the post. I'm gonna keep one manner. I'm gonna always use the post. I'm not gonna pick up the individual and match them again. That's fine. This means values, guys. This means also value. You can put the values, not a problem. It's fine.
Okay.
So this is it. Now how do I print that? So of course it's not gonna print. I need to return this. I need to return this to this information, this arrays to a caller. Okay. I need to actually send it to somebody. So I need a little bit of tricks for it. Because they are private data. Remember, these are private data. You can't send them directly. You can't use them. Not a constructor function which gets created can send it directly. So what I need another public function that will do the job. Or my constructor could do it, but then I need to, let's see if my constructor what it does. If I can just say, maybe I could just say like this, return, see what it does. Return what? Errors, maybe, no? I cannot do that. Can I do that?
No, you can't actually. Because
You
how
can't.
come is 2 condition will meet together?
Why?
For in the you checking that for 2 condition here, right? So when you saying return here, that means construct method is returning one information.
One information. Yeah, of course.
So
But
which information you need to mention?
no, I don't have to. You see, what I need is this clever way. Return.
Oh, outside. Okay.
Yeah. This you can remember one function. Construct is a public function. Can only return your errors, private data. So that's it. So basically, all I'm saying, hey constructor, please grab the post, split into key value, this will, if the key is not email, so there are 4 fields. We are looking for other fields, not the email. Remember, we are going to skip the email. For the rest of the keys, if they are empty, fill this error into, push this. It's going to go 3 times except the key. It's going to skip the email because that's what you said. Please skip the email. Rest of them, check they're empty. If they're empty, fill the message, push into this guy, keep doing this. If they are good, we're gonna keep in the user data because I'm not gonna return back to the view. This is for database. So let's say after all of these things, I'm saying, could you please return this error? Just return it. So let's see what happened. Now if I go all the way top here, this should all happen. This should all happen when I return.
Do mistake.
Do mistake. Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Absolutely. When I do mistake, when I submit this button without any
information.
I need to refresh it, guys, just quickly. But this is not gonna do anything. Watch. The problem is, you see, this is not gonna print anything.
Yeah.
That's because, remember, when you return something, this needs to be printed.
You have to. Yeah.
I'm not printing anywhere. It is actually returning.
You need to reserve the information.
Exactly, because I'm doing all things in the constructor form. Not very good idea to return things from the constructor. You can, but I don't think so. This is all fine. Technically, this is all right.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, hey, pack it. If there is error, just send it. So I could do that, but the problem is how I'm going to print it.
Just make a variable and call construct
variable.
function.
I have to do all this in one line.
Oh, okay.
I'm already doing this. I can do like this.
I think so, yeah.
Because the user, so this is overloaded. If first job is to create the object, second job is to go through this thing, third is to return things. So I'm not only creating a user object, but also echoing back. Let's see if this works. Okay. Let's go ahead and fire this up. The object class register could not be converted to string. Of course. You see what happened now. So this guy is now an array. So I can't print it like this. I have to print it slightly different way. How do I print it? Use a for each loop. Remember, it's an array. Or just printer.
Oh, yes.
I just prove printer. Let me just do an echo. I have to write one more line. So I did like this. 3. Just a little bit of, because it's an array. Remember, that's why it was complaining. It says, man, the object is now an array. Remember, it gives you an error because I'm sure it's giving you something. And here I'm going to print the user. At the moment, just enjoy this watching. Don't try to never immediately write it because understanding is more important. User. Just enjoy it. So let's see what happens. Now I have created at this point, but when I created this point, this returned back something to this guy, which is, I believe, would be an error messages, because that's what we're returning. Remember, if there is error, and I'm sure if I keep it empty and hit the button, it should send me something. That's why it says, hey man, you're trying to print, you can't convert to a string to an object. That's an object. Oh dear God. Hold on a second, let me see. I'm not sure what I'm going to see. Ooh, there you go.
Perfect.
Look at that. That's an object now. That's an object. And object is an object now because you just created an object which holding some data as an array. And this is now an array. A private array. It's called errors. I'm just printing this. Is a pre statement. So this one error, this one error, This one error. And where's our email?
Yeah.
Nope. Because we decided not to include it. Yeah, so the email is not there. For rest of them, I have a lovely messages. We'll deal with the email later. Don't worry about this guy. This guy is the button. So we got all 3 emptiness checked in one single go. And we don't even have to know the key name. It is creating. You see that? Error last name. Now this variable also I can use. Now because they are variable, I can use them. What happened? What did this? Here, I'm not doing too much. I'm just doing very basic thing. Here, I'm just printing user. However, I've decided to do something very interesting. Rather than writing a print, I could do like this. For each, just watch. Remember where is the array? I'm just gonna print the array.
User.
Yeah. I know I have a private variable which maybe can be used. Let me see. Errors. Let's see what happens. I don't want hodgepodge. This hodgepodge here. I'm better interested only these arrays. Okay, let's see. But I'm not using a for each loop. Hopefully I get to see something. And cannot access private. Oh yeah, of course I cannot use the. You see, cannot access private property register. Of course I cannot use it as because that's a private property. Of course I cannot use it. So my user has it. My user has it as an array, but I can't print it. That because user contains the data of it. So what happens if I do this? What do you see? The same thing. Let me have a look quickly inspect it. Remember, it's not an array, it's an object. It's called errors register class, and that's the private, which now returning me this information. But when I'm trying to directly print it, I got into trouble. It will not allow me to print directly with that system. So I need a function. Now this is stuck. I can't do anything. You see the problem is there. I'm stuck here. I can't print it. Maybe I could try a for each loop. Let's do this. For each loop. You see, I can't access it. This way sending data makes my life complex. So can I use this? Because that's an array. I can't do that. I can do either way. That's an object. So if I do maybe this is a problem. Errors as value. No, let's call it error. I'll show you why the problem is. That's because it's a private data, and I'm trying to achieve whole thing using one constructor function. Not a good planning. Okay, that's the echo or just the printer. So that's an error. Hopefully I get to see something or a complete error. So this modeling, the last return modeling is not a good modeling. So that's why I'm saying it's returning you the error, but then again identifying the error require you to directly call that private variable called errors. That's why the problem. So it's not creating a separate error. It's just exposing it. So let's do this. Let's see what happened. I hope I get to see something. I'm seeing the same thing. See, it's Can you see this?
Yeah.
This is not possible. You see, when I'm printing the entire object, can you see? Watch carefully. Can you see when I'm printing 2 places? Watch. Here you go. One like this. Okay? With a printer or Wordum or whatsoever. Okay? Another one, I know that I have errors variable coming through it. I can just grab that and run a for each loop to print each of the errors, which I'm interested. I'm interested to print this, not this kind of things. I don't want that. I'm just interested, but how can I separate it? Well, to separate it, I have a user object. Look at that. I have a user object. When I print like this, it's going to print me everything within the user object. But when I'm trying to print only the error, watch. Sorry. Only the error. Errors. This is a problem. That is exactly what I tried with for each loop instead of this. But this is going to be the same problem. When I try to for each loop, and because I know I have an error variable inside this user, because that's what it's returned. It returned me this and the object of it. So it does two things. The constructor function create a object for me called a user, also packed something in it and gave it to me. Now I'm trying to print that user and I get this. But when I'm trying to print the error out of it, because this one has user object plus the error message I packed. That's too much delegation to this user. And when I'm trying to print this, what happened? Can you see what it's saying? See if you can understand this a little bit and tell me why. Data is there, as you can tell, because data is there. When I print as the whole object, I can see the data. Data is there. But the problem isn't the data. Remember this variable. Problem is this. I'm trying to do something that is not allowed. See. For certain variable. So technically data is there, but it's useless for me. I can't separate it. I have to print it all together with the object. I cannot separate it. Not with that name. That's because, guys, look. See if you can tell me this. What is the specifiers that we have used? Public, private, or
that's a private
product?
property.
That's it. Here you go.
Make
So
it public, no?
You get it. Make it public. Job solved.
Yeah.
Also, let's do this. Let's make it public. You see, this is the problem. That's why. That's the only reason. You have data, but they are not accessible from outside, because that's the rule of this. All you have to do, make it public. Because error. Who cares? They're public or private. Can you see? Hey! Can you see? Lovely now. I can print them. I can print this array. Lovely, I can print them. I can print them. First name, last name, password. I have nice 1 array, 2 array, 3 array, 4 array. Look, they're printing nicely, but all I did is change it to public. Now they are printing all nicely. They are printing well. If you want, you can put a break here, maybe some, I don't know, maybe a break, or just put a pre, maybe. Watch now. This is great. All you did to change it to public, as Mr. Hawk suggested. So that was okay. In this case, when I say private, it has done its job. It has created a user object. It's also have packed the error inside it. But when we try to singular out it, when I try to get this property out of this class, it was not giving me anything. But when I'm printing the entire object like this, it was fine. It was showing me those errors. But it was so secretive, I can't individually make it individual out. That's because only one reason is the private. You can't access that private. You can't do that read only even. But when I change it to public, I could do this easily. And now, of course, if I do this, but remember, I have a problem. I said that I do not like. Here you go. First name, last name. You can print all nicely, beautifully. That's brilliant. So this is not a good modeling. Now, of course, Mr. Hogg has suggested me a solve is for this is to make them public. But as I said, This would be hiding a mistake, creating another mistake to do another mistake. There is a way to do this, solve this problem. Okay? Not this way. Not this way. You still keep it private, even though that's the easy fix. But that's you compromising your private data. If you would, of course, error, who care about error? You can still make it private, it will make sense. But what if I don't want, if I want to keep them also private? In that case, the best way to do this is slightly different than that you expect, is to create a separate function. Do not return it here. Okay, do not return anything here. Create another public function only to process the data. Public, what? Because I will have my own. Hold a second. Because I'm overloading the constructor function with first responsibility to create the object, which is itself a complex thing, validate it, and to return at the same. It meant to only return you the object, but you are also returning object class and output, and that's not a good idea. So, but we can always create a small function. Let's call it process user data. Okay, I've just made it up. Okay, this job of this function is to just print return back to this. But the way it will return, very clever way. It's not going to return the entire, This is clever. So this guy is going to do like a for each loop. Of course, I need to put this. Now, this one will fill up this constructor. This one will return it. That's the objective. Errors. Watch this. Errors as key and value. I'll let you guys go after this. Okay. Value. Just one thing that is you need to complete. We need to complete. So that is done, and let's do this. This guy will process the data nicely and send it. If I'm just going to double check if it is not empty. Always a good idea. If it is not empty, okay, you must check not empty. Again, what we are checking, if the key is not empty, don't send all of them. Just send the one key is not empty. I have 4 items, but I'm not interested in all. Return this. Hopefully this will commit errors. Okay. Now, of course, no difference. You say, hey, Shubhadra, why do you do these things? We could just do this simply here, and then you did it. It worked. No. That is too much. That is too much delegation for my constructor function. A is to create object. A is to validate this. A is to return data back to the caller. And this way, because I'm packing, if I do that, because I'm packing a private value with the object itself, I cannot print it. And it's the rule of thumb suggests use a function to achieve that. So let's do this. So now I hope I will get something. I'm only interested in errors. I'm not interested in anything else. So let's get rid of these guys. Okay, we are here again. We have now created the function.
Call the function.
Now, I know this. At this moment, if I print, what happened? This is much better for dumb. Okay, much. I only purpose for it to create an object and prepare my error messages, not to return anything other than the object. So see, you will not see any error messages here now, which is what we wanted. Now I'm going to print it. You'll see an object very nicely, send it to you, and it's a private data. I can't do anything with it, so leave it there, it's fine. It is there, it's already there, but it is object. It's printing as an object. It's no longer printing. This is printing as a whole object. So that's okay. Of course, it's gonna print it, something as a whole object, whatever it's holding. But I'm not interested in all these things. All I'm interested is the errors. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna declare a variable called errors, and I'm gonna call the second function using the user. Second function is, what is the name? Process user data. Dash data, always do this. Use their function, public function, to do step-by-step things for the private variable. Now this will return the data into this, and I'm going to print them. I could have done that with the user as well. For example, that case I probably would have done this as well, and if I would have returned it. So in that case, I would have done that users, and then equals to user. But I don't want to do this. I have a separate delegation function. This will do the job. This job of this function period. So now that I have all this value, I'm not printing. Remember, I'm not printing the arrow. I'm not violating the system of a private variable. Am I? Check.
No.
I'm not. If I would have written like this, I have broken the rule. If I would have written this, I would have broken the rule. I would have broken the rule, guys. This is not possible. Can anyone tell me why? This is a no-no. Remember, my error variable is a private variable. So this is not possible. That is the reason why I couldn't do that. But this is possible. That's because I'm not directly printing my private variable. I'm using a member function according to the rule, a public member function, to get the data and then store them in here. So this is not good. This is, even though my user has it, look, my user has it, look, my user already has that, but it is private. So it will not allow me to do this. So when you have a private data like this, you cannot access them. This is the problem. This means I'm directly accessing this to this guy. This guy. This is not possible. This is not possible. I'm directly accessing this. This is no for a private. But I want to keep it private. So that's why instead of, but the rule of thing says if it is a private, you cannot print a private variable like this. So if I can't print this, then how can I copy it to a local variable? I can't, even if it returns. So this didn't work for us. But because the rule of thumb says, if you want to return a private data to outside world, use a public function to do this. So that's what I did. I went through this, check for the key is empty. If there is no empty, I'm just sending it. If any key is empty, I'm not sending it. That means email will not be gone. The rest of the validation will be coming here. I'm just checking for emptiness because I don't have email. I'm not doing anything for email only. I'm just doing for other fields, just for emptiness. Email separately. So I'm saying, hey, key, go through this error, check all the keys. If the keys are not empty, just send it. Send it. You don't even need this anyway, but that's it. And then because it's a function, I can call that function. So the function will return now the arrows, and I'm going to put it here. All I need now is printer. I just going to write another for each loop for it. Very simple for it, because that's an error, remember. For each, I'm going to give you right now this one. Alright guys, don't worry, error. And this is the magic about to happen. Okay? Keep. I'm going to keep doing that because everything is an array here. And that's his values. Okay, values, and I am going to write a small trick set. Watch, this is the great thing. Let's split it very simple, plain. I know my error is an array, so I'm going to go over it, print the key and values, and then I'm going to print it. What I need, if, okay, for each. Oh, before that, I would like to print an error. If statement. I always do that, even though this is not necessary always. You can predict, but I don't leave things on predict. Errors. This could come empty. Why not? Errors. errors. If it is not empty, then all I'm going to do a for each loop and run it through. Which one is this one? This is for this, and this is for this. Okay. This is for if. Okay, very simple. This is for our and submit. Okay, that's it. This is if set post register. Yeah, this is our post. That's what it is. That's it. So that pretty much looks pretty. And then I'm going to do print these individual things. They are array, even though they are two-dimensional array. Remember, first time when I declared was that this is an array already, because you already said that that's an array. Now every time pushing, as a new array gets pushed. So if I have 3 errors, there will be 3 array within a giant parent array. That's why if I run a for each loop, it's only gonna give me them as an array. Them as an array, separate array. So these values are itself an array of another level, second level. So I need 2 for each loop. But I'm not gonna do all those things. I know the print. So if I do this, watch this, print R. I am about to finish. Okay. Values. If I just print the value, you see what happens. Now I have error messages. Hopefully I get to see something. So here I am submitted. Oh, super. What did it do? Values.
Value maybe.
Yeah, that's the mistake. Yeah, we see all of them printing. Enter last name, enter first name, enter password. I'm not worried about this guy. Error register. Don't worry about that. But accept the email. So check everything except email and send me the manual. Now these are actually, there are 4 arrays. Each of them, the value is pointing to an array. This value is pointing, there are 4 times. This went 4 times. If I put a break, you could see them in a separate line. So I got, each time for each loop went 4 times, escape this checking the email, but it's checked all of them, and I'm gonna ignore them. It's also created a nice key that I want. You see? Now I know I have a key hidden here, the variable error name here. I can use that. So of course this is gonna give me an array. I don't want this because it's an array. What happened? It's an array with key value. Am I correct? Right. 4 of them. Now, because each of them an array, I can use a function, built-in function called extract within that for each loop. What extract function does, it grabs an array, it can create a variable out of it. So if it is this, what extract function does, it's a built-in function. It's a magic function. I'm going to do like this, extract. Because I know that each of the values are actually their array. A value. They are nothing but an array. What this does is this. For each of the value, which is each of the array, is gonna create a variable like this. Automatically. FIRST, first name, and he's gonna create a information like this for each of them. Okay, that's after calling extract function, import variable into current symbol table from an array. So basically from an array, you give it an array. If it is it takes its key as a variable name, value, it creates this automatically. It's hidden, it's available now. So all of these key will become a variable, and that matches with these guys. Can you see? So basically I'm magically converting them, this array, to each of them variable, and that's all I have to do. So now I don't have to do anything else. All I have to, because I now, after this extract function, I will have all the variable available. Watch what happened now. You see something very magical. Now instead of printing all this time here, hit here. Can you see the errors? Can you see?
Yes.
Because it's finding a matching error that produced by the class, all automatically in a very few lines. At least 3 of them empty-fillness is completed without knowing their details. All I skip is the email. I haven't done the email because email contains 3 things. So that's literally automation in action. Create a user, call these functions, grab the errors, massive 2-dimensional errors, run a for each loop, split them into key value, extract each of the value, because each of the value is an array. And after extract function, a magical function, built-in feature, really helpful, is going to create each of these array, take each of these array, make this as a variable name, and this as a value for all of them. And as a plan ahead, I already have for each of them, I said if error first name is set, until this there will be no set. Now it's been created after extract function, and this is going to print underneath. So that's pretty much your previous class. Alright guys, I'm just gonna give you the sign up and register page. Would you try to do something for email? Go ahead and give it a go.
Okay.
Just make sure that you try to add. You have these things fine. So remaining thing you can check from your previous one, the one you can download. See how all 3 things I need to do. I need to check for email. What if it is an email? You have to write another if statement underneath. Yeah. If it is email, then of course you want to do 3 validation. Remember, for this email you have to do, if this matches, if it says not equal to email, this case it will be another if, checking if it equals to email, then check emptiness, else if check filter var, check email exists. Okay, go ahead and give it a go. Otherwise I'll explain it next. But this is quite big enough to understand, but play around with it, go through this, see if you can understand. Then of course I will have this data ready to push. Okay, how do I give it to you guys? Do you want me to upload it, or do you want me to just transfer this to?
Please
file?
upload
Quicker
it.
if I transfer to upload it, I'll upload it. Okay,
Yeah, please.
please complete and try, because all the functions are given into when you download the one from Opeldo. This is we just newly creating, we just deleted some of this. Those functions can be found if you download it. So you can use those register functions. So basically, let me just quickly give you first class sign up. So this is the class, this is the sign up. These are actually clever thing, guys. This is how we make things automated. Then you can keep adding. So I can create this class in clever way, not only picking up the common field name like first name, last name, email. You can keep adding things. To it. And we know for email, this will for emptiness, I'm going to check only emptiness. I can have a separate for the password, which is a common again. And for all email, it will be 3 things to check: emptiness, valid, email exists. So these are internationally same thing. So we can model them. This email, password separately, emptiness separately. No matter how many fields you need, all the field and their keys will be picked up by the system automatically. Okay. So I'm going to upload this. Go ahead and try to. If you need to be inspired, if you need to see that how the file, obviously there is a data model file and how I used it, you can always go, the one I downloaded, it has it here. You can always download the one. This is not OOP one, the other one. You can always check out here the code that I removed. They are below. there here below. If I just remove the code that I removed is here, all of them. So this is what we did. This is what at the moment I'm using. Okay, so I can give you this copy somewhere here, and maybe here. Yeah, the code that can help. Okay,
thank you.
I'm just putting here so you don't have to worry about it. In the class I'm adding this, so check this. These are the missing part of puzzle that you need to look into while you modeling the email. Just give it a go, it'll be good later on. This is advanced stuff. You came here level 3 because of to know these things, so of course. See, these are the functions I'm using. Of course, we are not using any other, but I'm going to just I'm gonna give it like this. Okay, and so these are the functions. We have checked this. You've done this. You have done for all of this. Done. Only email you have to check. This one you have to check. And then this bit. If no error, call the registered user function. This is already available. Give it a go. If not, then I'll show you next week. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to upload these guys. And thank you for listening. This is that's it. And those who didn't do the proper, please do send me.
Okay.